Hello and welcome back to Zikism Wrestling. So, what in the hell is going on with Jey Uso? We've got to talk about this because last night on Raw, further signs or descent into madness with Jey being a mini Roman, sort of described as such by Jimmy and others and LA Knight and Punk, etc. And it's bizarre. I can't really work out, and this is just going to be an opinion piece more so than a sort of deep dive, but it's a very odd situation. I can't really work out what WWE are doing, what they're thinking, what their strategy is, because here you have one of the success stories, certainly under Triple H's creative, and there might be a video to follow about Triple H's creative over the last 3 years, but certainly the promotion of Jey from tag team guy to main eventer, I would argue, has been a success. Some people have their doubts. Some people say he doesn't deserve that spot, blah, blah, blah. But nevertheless, he is a Royal Rumble winner. He will always be a Royal Rumble winner. He ticked the box for me in terms of a Royal Rumble winner. I might be in the minority on that, but he did for me. And for the most part, I think he's done well. I mean, he's a fan favorite. He gets ridiculously good reactions in the audience specifically, but on every show he's on, you hear that music, everyone starts eating. You can't not say that's a success because it clearly is. He's a top babyface, so it's weird that they would be proposing or advocating a character change at the point of which he's still getting those reactions. I don't think his popularity is waning. I'm led to believe his merch sales are still pretty high. So if they dipped, you could sort of understand it and go, well, we're going to switch him because it's interesting. But I think it's an interesting switch. It's certainly an interesting story. Him wanting to be wannabe Roman. I'm not sure I would have executed it at this point, and this is just me talking, because I'm not sure he warranted it. I think he's one of the top baby faces on the brand. He's getting insane reactions. I can only think this is leading to a storyline, but if Roman's super over as well, Jimmy's over as well, why would you turn Jey evil and sort of evil, heel? But at the same time, then they're tiptoeing around it without. Maybe they're just throwing it out there to see if people react and seeing. But everyone's still yeeting. Everyone still gets that reaction when he enters the arena because they know they're going to be involved in the crazy yeet thing. So it's an interesting turn of events. Now, Jey is a former world heavyweight champion as well. No one can ever take that away from him. He did it at WrestleMania, so he would always have that WrestleMania moment. And I thought his title reign was okay. It certainly wasn't the worst. It wasn't the greatest, but it was somewhere in between, I think. He more or less proposed a fighting champion. I think he defended the belt a handful of times, to be fair, but there's a lot of champions that do that, so I don't think it's fair to damn Jey with the same brush. But it's bizarre to me, to be honest, that they would propose, because he's still getting insane reactions. Like I said, the merch sales are high, the crowd reactions are good, people like him, people like Jey, people like both of you, so as to be perfectly honest, but people like him. So why sort of tease this heel turn? It's weird. It's very weird, very odd. I'm not sure what the end game is. Hopefully they know what the end game is, and that's the bigger question as to what the creative is doing all around. I think there's been a change in the last 3 weeks. I think I've seen an improvement in the creative. Again, maybe I'm in the minority, but for me, I think there's been a marked change in the creative. More stories, more continuation of stories, more week-to-week booking of the stories. And it's not stopgap. Raw last night I thought was really good. I thought it was a really, dare I say it, old school NXT sort of show, which is, it flowed really well, the wrestling was really good, the stories were interesting, and they sort of weaved around each other. Lots of backstage segments that had some thought into it, so the show felt like a living, breathing thing. One story would weave into another backstage. There would be people walking across the corridor doing their promo segment, and it would immediately hear a bang across the way, and you go into another story, and it would flow. It flowed really well. So I don't know what the change has been. Maybe Triple H is more involved, maybe he's less involved, I don't know. But there has been a marked change in terms of the creative, and not just in terms of booking storylines, I mean in terms of presenting storylines well. And I think Jey comes into this as well, because regardless of what my thoughts are, it is a story. It's an interesting story as well. I'm just surprised, I guess, that they would do it to someone on the face of it so popular, so money making for the company, and so I guess, you know, popular with the kids as well. You see the kids all love Jey. Look at the crowd as well. If you don't believe me about the merch, all of the merch, not all, but most of the merch is Yeet stuff everywhere. The sunglasses, the t-shirts, the actions. He's super over. So it's bizarre you would turn a really popular babyface heel. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying it's the thing to do, though. And I think that's key, because there has definitely been, since WrestlePalooza, if I'm perfectly honest, a real uptake in the creative, and maybe the reaction or the reaction to the build to WrestlePalooza made them, you know, roll their sleeves up and do something. But hey, look, there we go. That's a separate topic. What do you think? Am I hiding to nothing? Am I right? Am I wrong? Does it matter? What's your opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. Please leave a like and subscribe on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.